Hi guys, it is episode 4 of our branding series. We have a special guest here, Jake from J29, who is pretty crazy about the brand we're talking about today.
And that brand is?
Nike.
Your dad said you got this crazy idea. That's what you kept saying, this crazy idea.
Class where I wrote about, the truck shoe industry and how to break into it.
Nike stock continues to go up. It shot up so much, so fast, trading at 70 times earnings. That's too high for a company like that.
So what do you like about Nike? And why do you always wear Nikes?
So this is actually probably a classic branding example. When I was a kid, I loved playing soccer, and I loved soccer cleats, buying soccer cleats. And I remember just falling in love with Nike cleats. I remember being a kid, you always get your shoes for school, and I wasn't really a Nike person then. I had some Reeboks and some Pumas and some cool Nikes. They were cool shoes.
New Balance?
Well, never New Balance when I was a kid. It hadn't hit yet, but. Okay. But that was the big shoe ordeal. But that's not really where I fell in love with Nike. I fell in love with Nike on the sporting side. For some reason, just their marketing was really hot at the time. They had all these cool soccer commercials. I just loved their cleats, and it just evoked the people that were wearing the cleats. Kind of evoke that speed and top athlete, and I love that about it, and I've just fallen in love with Nike ever since. So
you liked it because the perception of how you thought it would make you feel or who it would make you become.
Yep.
Interesting. Do you know when Nike started?
It was 1976, pickup sticks, Phil Knight.
1964. Oh my gosh. Okay, so it started in 1964 as Blue Ribbon Sports, actually. And 71-ish is when it became Nike. So
yeah, there's another pair of Nikes right there.
Do you know the kind of the story behind the logo and where it came from?
No, I know Phil Knight's story with Oregon track, that classic
Right.
story, but I have no idea, to be honest with you.
Yeah, so he was a professor
At Oregon?
Yeah, he knew this student and she was just needing to pick up some extra cash. So she said, yeah, sure, I'll do it, $2 an hour. 17 and a half hours later, $35 later, Phil Knight had the Nike swoosh.
So Phil Knight, this iconic billion-dollar internationally recognized brand logo, costs $35.
Yep, it's ridiculously cheap for such an iconic brand. Nike actually ended up employing her for I think 4 more years. Well, Nike celebrated her. I believe it gave her some shares that were worth $1 million later. What I love about this story is she chose a very honest route and didn't say, oh, you guys just ripped me off.
Yeah.
And she just stuck in there and supported them. And look at what was given to her in return. Isn't that cool?
That is pretty cool. What do you think about the logo?
It is crazy simple. It's almost dummy simple. But it's ridiculously powerful, ridiculously recognizable. And I've never seen anything else like it, which is crazy.
Do you think the logo drove the brand, or the brand drove the power of the logo?
The same way that how you grew up with that perception of this is who I'm going to become, that's I think what really drove it. So I think it was kind of both. Okay. They also have killed it at the product. Yeah. So the product withstands what they're saying, what they're putting out there, which is pretty amazing. It's
a huge point you bring up. So you can put all the cool perception of your brand out there because the brand is perception and product and everything coming together. So a lot of companies, I've been seeing a lot of new shoe companies come out. I'm on Instagram and I love shoes, so I'm always targeted with this, and they're kind of at that initial stage. But what I see with those shoes, because I've checked them out, is it is that perception of trust and quality. And that really can only happen over time, right. and through actual experience of that brand.
So Nike's killed it, and such a strong brand. Logo is absolutely amazing. Thanks so much for watching. Definitely share, comment, all that fun stuff. And hey, if you have a logo brand you want to send in, you want us to kind of evaluate and take a look at, please do. Email address is below, hey@j29creative.com. Thanks, and we will see you again next week.
Just do it.
So Phil Knight, Really.